The OJs, For the Love of Money. All right, so we'll get some bass parts going on this, and I got some guitar interpretations of horns and some of the straight up just guitar parts on there. So I'll play through each of the sections for you up to speed, and at the end I'll go back through, give you the walkthrough with all the details. Hit that subscription button, help out the channel, that'd be awesome. And let's jump on in. Okay, so this song is all based around this main bass riff here. Okay, and I would say in reality this is probably played on like a 5 or a 6 string bass, but we can play it nicely here on a 4 string, but you're going to want to drop down to a drop D tuning. Okay, so just take this E, drop it down a whole step, so we got a D now. Okay, so drop D. And what you're going to want to do is you want to hit that D for starters. Okay, then we come down, hit a couple 5s on the A, a couple 3s on the A. Okay, and at this point we're going to be going between some 3s on the A and just some dead string strums. So just hit it once, quickly hit a dead noise. Okay, and you're going to want to repeat that a couple times fast. Okay. Alright, and then we just mix in like a couple 3s, dead string noise, and then back to the 3. Okay, so we're just kind of shuffling in 3s, and then a dead note, 3s, dead note, and then you just want to, mix in like 2 3s from time to time, just to give it that funky kind of shuffle. Okay, that type of deal. Alright, and the first time through, you're going to want to end it this way, where we do a quick little scale. It's 3, 2, 3, 5 on the A. Okay. All right. So then once we go through it the second time, basically we just do it the same way. We just don't put that little scale at the end. We just kind of keep mixing in the 3s and the dead notes. Okay. Okay, something like that. All right, so let's just try this main pattern here up to speed. Okay, so after we go through that main pattern quite a bit, once we wrap up the intro, you can add this other scale at the end. All right, so we'll start it the same way with our open D, couple 5s on the A, couple 3s. And then here you just kind of do a 3, a dead note, and a 3. Alright, but now we come up and do this scale, where we'll hit the 7 on the top string here. Go 7, open, 9, open, 10, open, and then hit 12. Okay, so it's something like this, slowly. Alright, just a quick little walkthrough and mixing in some opens in there. That type of deal. All right, so up to tempo would be something like this. All right, then we would get into the verse. We'd go through the main bass riff quite a few times, but at a certain point, it's all going to cut out, and you get this fun little bass riff that comes in. And it's just this little back and forth where we're just going 3, 4 on the A and just repeating that quickly. All right, and eventually we get to the ends of the verses. All right, and this is that mean green part. And we're just going to come up and do a little bit of a chord change thing, where we start here at the 5 on the top D here, and you just want to do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, that type of deal. Just okay, and then we'll shift over to 4th fret on the A and just do that for a measure. All right, and then just end it by hitting an open A, and then cut it. All right, eventually we'll get to a bridge section, and this is more just kind of doing some bass scales now. We come up here, we'll be at 5 on the top D here, do a couple 5s, come up to a 9. Okay, and then we drop down to 5 on the A, hold it, then we do 5, 7, and then 5 on the D. Okay. And then we just repeat those 2 measures a couple times. Alright, so go through that a couple times, and then we just shift it up a little bit slightly, where we come over and start it different by doing a 3, 5, 3 on the D, and then we go 5 to 9 on the top D. Okay, just changing it slightly there, and then we just end it the same way with the 5A, 5, 7, 5D. All right, and then you want to go through that part about 4 times, and then we'll come up and do these staccato notes, okay, at the 7th fret on the top D, and just, quarter notes, staccato style, do it for a couple of measures, and then repeat those 2 measures a couple times. So just do it 8 times, 8 measures worth, because it would be. All right, and let's just try it all up to speed now. Alright, now we can get into some guitar parts. For the most part in the verses, the only real guitar going on is just this kind of faint percussive wah stuff going on. And it's just kind of hitting some dead strings, but it's just doing it, like I said, more just percussive and giving some wah tone in there. Okay, so what it's going to do is we just do 3 quick strums while the pedal is up, so in the low tone, and then we do a couple strums while it's down in the high tone, and then just bring it back up for a strum in the low tone. Okay, and it's just all muted strings. All right, so slowly it'd just be something like this, and I'd like to bring it up kind of high, it's a slightly higher tone. So it's something like. Okay, so we're hitting like 6 strums all together. We're just kind of pushing the pedal at certain parts. All right, just kind of bringing out full spectrum of the wah through about 6 strums. All right, and we can also mimic what the horns are doing during the verse, and it's just kind of this little chromatic progression going on. I like to have this in drop D also. Sounds cool. So, like I said, just you can hit the open D bass note now. All right, now we're just going to hit a D chord. So 5A, 7, 7 on the D and G. Go from there down a fret to the D flat, 4 with the 6s, and then down a fret to the C. Okay, 3 with the 5s. So it's something like. All right, then we just rest for the remainder of that measure. And the next two measures, we just hit that C again at the start and then cut it. Okay, just do that twice. So it's like. Okay, and you go through that basically all the way till we get to like the verse ends. And with that, you can end it on a quick A chord. All right, and then you would get that funny little 3-4-3-4 bass riff. Okay, so it just sounds something like this. Okay, and the verse endings for guitar here, the mean green section. Basically, we just hit a G minor, and I'm not going to worry about the top string with this, but just do 5s on the A and D, bar the 3 on the G, B, E. Okay, and with this, it's following the bass. You just want to go like a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Okay, and then from there we take it to the C sharp minor. Okay, 4 on the A, 6 on the D and G, 5 on the B, 4 on the E. Okay, and same type of strum, but only one measure's worth here. Okay, and then we just end it on an A chord. All right, and for the bridge, you can just basically follow the horns, and they're just doing, an F to an E to a D. Okay, so you can just do it this way where we're 8 on the A, 10 on the D and G. Okay, and then you just hit that, go to the 7 and the 9s, and then the 5 and the 7s. Okay, F, E, D. And after you hit that D, you want to just come up and hit a couple of strums on the 7s of the G, B, and E for a part of a B minor chord there. Something like that, okay? So slowly it sounds something like this. Okay, so you go through that about 6 times, and then we do our staccato A notes here. All right, and initially you just want to hit like an A5, not do the full A, just open A, second on the D and G. Do about a couple measures worth of that, quarter notes. All right, and then we get big with it and do the full A chord. So add the 2 on the B and the open E under it. Okay, so let's just do it all up to speed now. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.